Yo. Oh boy. Alright. Another solo episode. I really don't even know who cares about this, let's be honest. Like, at some point, you just start to feel like this is just for me. This is just for me. You know? If this isn't for anybody else, this is for me. Because nobody else is involved. Like, it's like, at some point in your life when you like get big doing some shit, no matter what the fuck you put up, you know what I'm saying? It could be you putting together a fucking Mr. Potato Head and it doesn't supposed to be a Mr. Somebody's gonna watch it and they're gonna tell you that they watched it. They're gonna tell you if they loved it or hated it. They're gonna tell you if you offended them or triggered them. So you at least know somebody listening to that shit or watching the shit, you know what I mean? But in my case, I don't know. Like, I know that people are downloading it and people are listening, but it's like people from fucking Croatia and shit. And it's like, I don't even know if they speak English over there. So it's like, what the fuck, like what, is that a bot? Like, who's doing this, you know? But, another Black Eggs and Ham show, solo, for myself, apparently, from what I think. Yeah. Just touch on a couple things that I've been seeing in the ether. Oh, I don't know what ether means. I know an Ethernet cable, so I'm assuming the ether is like the people in the internet. I don't know. I'm dumb. But yeah, man. I just seen I didn't just see. I am just now paying attention to the situation with the Bill Burr at the Grammys. I think it's hilarious because people like to get mad. They get mad at the comedians all the time. So why are you getting mad at the comics? Like, I understand if the comic pulled if the comic pulled a Kendrick Lamar, then I could understand people getting mad because Kendrick Lamar came out and he came out on some hood shit and he just turned conscious out of nowhere and then he started waking up people allegedly. And all of a sudden, people was like, oh, fuck. Like, I know the industry was like, damn, this motherfucker came in here. He's talking about cops and shit now. Like, before, he wasn't doing this shit. Like, that's why we brought him in here. Same thing with J. Cole. So it's like, and it's funny because it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter what the fuck they say. It ain't changing. The influence is too strong. You're not changing a goddamn thing. Motherfuckers people want to make it. And people gonna make it the best way they can. And the best way they can make it is shucking and jiving. Why the fuck wouldn't I do that? Like, why wouldn't they do that? They tired of struggling. They tired of, you know what I mean? Like, they just want to make it. So it's like, especially if they can't rap like you. If they can't rap like you, oh, they about to fucking shuck and jive like them. They dancing. They want to start dancing for somebody. It's happening. Because they just want to get what you have. Because they believe that it's like, oh man, that's the best thing ever. To have a Kendrick Lamar has the best thing ever. Like, who the fuck wouldn't want that shit? So it makes sense that they're gonna. So like I said, people say they do whatever it takes. They do whatever it takes, and to them, that's their whatever it takes. To do whatever the fuck that producer says to do, or the manager says to do, whatever they say to do, they do it. If they do some wild shit on the internet and the manager tells them to lean in, they lean in. Even if they don't agree with it, they'll lean in. So, and when it comes to a comic, when it comes to this actual situation with Bill Burr in the Oscars, I'm sorry, the Grammys. God damn it. But when it comes to that, I feel like it's not that big of a fucking deal because Bill Burr is he did SNL before that. They watched that goddamn SNL. I know they watched it. It was way before they did the Grammys. I know they watched it. So I'm like, I don't understand where the fucking anger coming from. You didn't understand what kind of comic this nigga was? Y'all didn't know? Is it a surprise? You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, y'all acting like, oh shit, we didn't. Like, what do you mean you didn't? So y'all don't vet comics that you bring onto this fucking platform, onto this largely ridiculous event. Y'all don't vet them. Y'all don't go through their shit to double check if they ain't talking about kill white people or some shit. I know y'all do y'all due diligence because you have to, because that's your job. Your job's on the line. So they went through Bill Burr's shit and they said, you know what? All right, cool. We're fine with everything he said on SNL. So we're going to bring him on the Grammys because that's going to get us a good buzz. And everybody's going to be talking about that shit. And we win. Now we win. So we got the performances and we got people talking about the comic that we put on there, who was obviously will be considered a controversial comic for the young ears of these days. And when I say young ears, I don't particularly mean a young person. I mean a person whose ears hasn't matured to where they can understand what a joke is. I mean, you know, they I find it hard to believe they didn't do that. I find it very hard to believe. So, you know, at some point, the shit becomes ridiculous. The shit becomes ridiculous, man. You know? And it's, you just sit there looking like, all right, well, I mean, if y'all don't agree with the shit that he's saying, then, why did you have him on this motherfucker? Because, I mean, he didn't just start saying this shit today. He didn't just start that day and was like, yeah, I'm going in on people. Like, SNL was wild. Like, SNL was hilarious. I loved it. I loved every bit of SNL. I loved it. Because he was telling the truth. And from my perspective. Speak your truth, right? So why can't he speak his truth? You know? I don't see the problem. Let him speak his truth. Fuck it. You know? But like I said, people want to. We got to shoot somebody. We got to shoot somebody. So if we're gonna shoot anybody, it's not gonna be the Oscars. We're not gonna blame the Oscars for hiring them. When that's like a person doing some. That's like a person rubbing that little fucking magnetic wand in your asshole to find some shit, and it's like, hey, what the fuck? Are you gonna sue the airplane? Because the people who hired that person, they're the ones that have to deal with that person. That person alone is separate. That person alone is separate. So to get mad at that person alone, like I said, that's subtracting a person from being human. It's like people are going to do some stupid shit sometimes. Not like that. That's different. That's crazy. But I'm saying, like, just in general, regardless of what kind of job you have, people are going to do some silly or crazy ass shit that you deem wild. Like, you're like, well, this is fucking crazy. Why would they do that, right? And when you understand that, Y'all want to get a rise out of somebody, so that's what the fuck you be doing. You know? Boredom. It just sounds like boredom to me. Yeah, who am I, though? Who am I? And the same thing goes for this whole, so what's it called? The Saweetie shit? Her name is horrible. I don't care for it. Honestly, I don't care for it. Saweetie. What the fuck? Whatever. But, yeah. She was apparently on somebody's podcast or show, whatever the fuck it was. And they was talking about, oh, if you were to have a threesome, I mean, how would you do that? Like, how would you direct, how would you go about that? And she's with Quavo, or whatever this nigga's name is, Guavo, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, she with that dude. And, so she said that apparently she respects him enough to where, I'm assuming this was like her thought process of respect. She respects him enough to let him choose. I think this was her flex, but it made sense. She said, I respect him enough that I will let him choose a nigga that we have a threesome with. And everybody got up and did like that hyperbolic shit where they jump up like as if she just did a fucking joke on Def Comedy Jam, where it wasn't that big of a deal. They jumped up, oh, and it's like, all right, just fucking relax. Like she didn't even the two females were sitting in a couch, just like, okay, like them niggas acted. I think they were drinking and they don't know how to control themselves, but they got up and went. It was really extra. It was really extra, and when they tempered down and got back to realizing that sex is just sex, and stop the kiddie shit. They asked further questions, but allegedly, this is the reason why Quavo broke up with her. He broke up with her because she said that she would have a threesome with him with another guy. That is contradicting, because if Quavo were to have been asked the same goddamn question, I guarantee you he would if he ain't saying that shit on the internet, if he's not on the internet, if he's not being interviewed or some shit and he says that, let me take that back. If Quavo said that, Quavo is saying that in private. If somebody's having a conversation with Quavo in private and they ask him, he might even involve his girl. Why the fuck would I fuck my girl in a threesome? Like if I'm with my girl, if I'm with somebody, Quavo ain't been with her for that long, by the way. So like, there's no fucking bond happening here. But whatever. I don't know. People like to do this silly shit with these celebrities. They know damn well their relationships don't even last that fucking long. This is just dating. This is little kid shit. This ain't real. They're not about to get married. Until you get married, how long is that gonna last? Like, people in this business, especially at the peak and level where Quavo and them are at, them niggas rarely ever stay in relationships. Ever. Let's stop fucking act like they do. So Quavo is with her for a little bit. They're having a good time with each other. That's it. And I know he knows that. I know he knows that. I know she knows that. So you're just enjoying this nigga for right now, just like he's enjoying you. So he would be like, I'm about to, he's around these people that everybody wants to have sex with anyway. He's been around Nicki Minaj before. He's been around Cardi before. He's been around all these women that people want to have sex with in the business. So naturally, if he's with somebody that he knows, like he cool, ain't gonna say no shit, ain't gonna say some shit, he gonna say he want to fuck in a threesome. I want this chick and I want her. And it's gonna be people that you know in the business, 9 times out of 10. Cause he probably seen him, was like, damn, she look good. And he thinks about fucking them because he's a man and she's beautiful or she looks good. He's always, before he made it, he's seen her and he's like, he liked her. He was attracted to her, whatever the case may be. I shouldn't have to explain this shit. It's stupid. But Just naturally. Whether it's a fucking movie or whatever, everybody has seen a chick you like, damn. And if you ever make it and you see that chick in person, you like, oh shit. Like I'm actually talking to this person. Now all of a sudden your fantasy's going wild. Like you're like, oh fuck, I can actually do it. I might have a shot. You know what I'm saying? And these are rappers we're talking about. I'm not saying our rappers are the same. I'm saying these rappers. But yeah, man. He'll say that. He'll be like, oh yeah, I mean, shit, I'm picking them like for a fact. I'm obviously going with them. He's not gonna throw his girl name in there. I don't want to fuck. I'm already fucking her. What the fuck? Why would I throw her name in it? It's dumb. Like I want to fuck. I want to have sex with who I can't reach. Like the pinnacle of woman. I want to fuck with her. Give me 2 pinnacle women. I want to have sex with them. That turns me on or whatever. Whatever turns him on, that's what he gonna do. But y'all acting like niggas do the same shit. Y'all niggas do the same thing. Men do that shit all the time. A nigga ain't gonna be asked the question, if you were to have a threesome with your girl, who would you put it in? He not gonna put another nigga in there. He not gonna go, oh, me and my homie. What? Nigga, my nigga, what? First of all, if they would expect her to say her and another female. That's what they wanted her. They wanted her to say that. That's what they wanted her to say. She didn't. She said, I'm gonna let him choose the nigga that he wants to fuck me with. I was like, wow. Like that's a page turner right there. Because like you didn't expect that shit to come out of her mouth. Cause everybody, like I said, even me, I would expect her to say a female. Because women always say females. They'll never say another guy because they know that the guy ain't cool with that shit. The guy don't want another nigga fucking you. He want to be the only one that's fucking you while he goes out and does his own thing and probably fucks 2 women at a time. But like I said, you can't do that. You can't do that. If you can fuck 2 females at a time, she can want to fuck 2 dudes. You can't do that. You just can't. It's not right. It's not even fair, my nigga. It's like, why the fuck you could be dirty and I can't? Because I'm a woman? That's like, nah, y'all niggas are stupid. Y'all playing the game wrong. If he really got mad about that shit and broke up with her, that nigga is stupid as we thought he was. Or he got hyped up by the social media, which is also still stupid. You know what I'm saying? You too old for that shit. Well, now I don't know how old this nigga is mentally, so let me take that back. But it's just like, nigga, you getting swayed by social media to do what? Like, nigga, it's contradicting, bro. Y'all do the same shit all the time. Y'all who the fuck knows what be happening in these offices where these niggas be seeing these females come in and out wanting to find some stardom and make it one day, and they just happen to have a body on them and you want to fuck them. These females are gonna have sex with you to make it. They're gonna do it. And if they don't get what they got, if they don't get what they wanted, because they probably wasn't as talented or whatever, you wasn't honest with them, you just wanted to have sex with them, that's really fucked up. And that makes people commit suicide. It makes people go crazy. Because they gave themselves up to a fucking stranger, hoping that they would get something for it that they've wished all their lives. Which is not something they should do, obviously. And that's a weak moment, like a motherfucker. To be in that moment where I have the possibility to get exactly what I've worked so hard for, and you take it away because I say you can't fuck me. I'm like, nah, you can't fuck me. I got a boyfriend. And the first thing was like, man, fuck that nigga. So what? So what? Who cares if you got a nigga? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm offering you right now? And it's like, bro, I think anybody who does that shit should die. You should die. Somebody else that has more morals should take your spot. Because you are fucking things up for people. Like, think about how traumatic of an experience that is for her to feel like she has to sleep with you. Unless you do all this nasty ass, wild ass shit that you probably don't even do with your wife to her just so she can make it. You are the worst piece of shit in the world. You right next to rapists and pedophiles to me. You're right next to them. Cause it's like, my nigga, why would you do? You gonna dangle what she's worked hard for her whole life in exchange for sex? That's fucked up. What if she don't want to fuck you? What if she don't want to? Then what? Oh, you can't have it then. Oh, nigga, okay, you should die. I feel like the Grim Reaper should just be on the sideline waiting. Let me see how this goes. And right when it goes wrong, that sight come in. Wop, I knew it. And get his ass. Because it's like, niggas should be dropping like flies from that shit. That's fucked up. You taking advantage of people. You're taking advantage of people. These people, you don't know what the fucking people have been through to get to where they are. They finally get there. And you don't even give a fuck about that. Fuck your journey. I want what I want. So you should give it to me. And if they don't, now I gotta go back home? And we seen it on I forgot what that fucking show was called. The Boys or some shit like that on Amazon. Where that chick came from like a country area. She was well mannered. She was very, very religious. And she wanted to be a superhero. She had a superpower. And then she got there and old boy said, if you really want to get in, you'll have sex with me because I want to have sex with you. And she was extremely insulted. But he said, look, there's no other way because all I gotta do is go up there and tell them that you don't fit it. You don't fit. You're not a good fit, and they'll deny you. And she's about to call her mom and tell her mom that she's not doing it because this nigga wants to fuck her so she can make it. But her mom answered the phone all jubilated and excited. And she's like, I'm so proud of you. This is amazing. And it's like her mom was all enthusiastic. It's like she couldn't even say shit. She was afraid to tell her mom what the fuck the deal was. So she couldn't even tell her mom. She went and did it. She went and did it anyway. She went and fucked the dude and had sex with him. So after that, she despised them. She didn't feel like herself. It really that shit in that situation, that they really kind of dialed it back a lot. She got back at him, of course, but like it's not the point. They dialed it back a lot. That shit fucks you up mentally. And then you got to keep seeing that motherfucker as if you never had sex with him. And he knows the shit that he's probably and who knows the kind of shit he probably did to you. You had to just thug it out and just take it. Just that, because it's just one time. That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. You don't do no shit like that to nobody. You gotta die. You gotta die, homie. Like you gotta die. Whoever let's go find them kind of motherfuckers. Let's find somebody who's taking advantage of people sexually to give them for favors. Find them and do shit to them. Have them lose everything. They deserve to have everything lost. Cause that's the worst kind of fucking person. That's the worst person. But no, we fucking with people who's cracking. Oh wow, what you say? Oh, you done fucked up now. You said some shit that was wrong. Yeah, we all say shit that's wrong from time to time. I don't know everything. Well, too bad, buddy. We found out, and now that's your ass. It's like, wait, what about you? Like, how about let's look into your shit. Let's find some shit you said. Oh, nope, not important. I just got this large group together of people who ain't got shit else to do, and we found enough power, social media-wise, to cancel you. That's fucking ridiculous. That's what it is, though. But yeah, tune in, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Another solo dolo on the Black Eggs and Ham side of the game. I appreciate y'all.